What's going on, everybody? My name's Daniel. I run the YouTube channel Shit. If you would, please drop a subscription and a like and hype the video. And if you want to take things further, you can do that. We take a lot of time to make these videos for you guys. It surely is appreciated to have our back scratched a little bit for doing the stuff that we do on this channel. And if you'd like to donate or take it a step further, join my membership program. There's ways to donate cups of coffee. We travel a lot. As you can see, I'm in my camper right now. We've been staying in my camper for a little while, and we're just kind of having a good time at life. But I've got some topics I want to talk about, and so we should probably get to that. So enjoy the intro, and I'll see you back here in a second. What's going on? Welcome back. So there's a topic I want to discuss, and this may rub a few people the wrong way. I may say some things that irritate you. These are my perspectives, my opinions. I've done a lot of research into it and statistical numbers crunching, and I'm realizing that all of this is kind of recirculating into one vicious circle without creating new tangents. And unfortunately, I consider this what we call a causality loop. If you don't know what a causality loop is, I suggest you Google that. Obviously, the format of the loop is slightly different based on the context that we're going to be putting out there, but the principle of the causality loop is pretty much the same as to what's happening here and why it's happening. So, man, as a motorcycle enthusiast, it hurts me to see the market in such a bad way that it is right now. And this has been kind of building for almost 2, maybe even pushing 3 years, but it didn't become really bad until the start of last year. And now this year, it is just bad. And we're going to go into why a lot of that is. So there are almost 1 million new bikes sitting on dealership lots. There's some inventory still brand new on lots in the US from 2021. Let's talk about why, because they are not moving motorcycles at all. People are buying used ones before they're purchasing new ones. And that wasn't really a problem 3 years ago. People would actually go finance new bikes and all that kind of stuff and actually make the payments and would not be seeking out used condition bikes normally. Most new riders went and bought new rides. Even starter bikes, whatever the case is. But let's talk about why that is. I think there's a lot of things at play. A couple of them aren't part of the circle, but definitely create their own space and tangent. I think we'll say number one would be demograph. I think that the original motorcycle scene was pretty dominated by cruisers and a very different lifestyle, and that would be boomers and Gen X. And unfortunately, those demographics are getting to an age where they're not really riding anymore, and the new people took over. It should be millennials and Gen Z, so on and so forth. They've come into the picture now, and the old school way of motorcycles does not really appeal to them in the same way. I'm not saying everyone, I'm just saying the majority of these people, it does not appeal to them. The cruiser scene and all that stuff. Most of these people want sport bikes and adventure bikes, and there's occasional people like sport tourings, but the Harley scene and classic cruiser scene is really starting to fall off, just like the choppers are. There's a lot more people building cafe racer style stuff, rat rods, things like that. But the demographic has really changed, and that's put a big stopper in manufacturers like Harley's, because they're just not selling the bikes like they were. But Harley has its own set of problems. They've really cheaped out on components and parts, and they're just, I don't know. The Harley's gone through some pretty interesting changes that I don't think have been for the bettering of their company. Nothing against Harley. I'm not a fan of them, and I'm not saying these things because I dislike Harley. I'm saying this because I can just tell. I've worked on a few Harleys now, and I can tell that they've really cheaped out on things. It's not the same quality it used to be, but they still want the same money. It's just kind of interesting to me. But I think let's talk about the bigger picture here. So demographic is definitely one of them. We understand that the demographic is changing, but I think the realistic situation in this country and why these bikes are just sitting on lots, not selling, is because the minimum wage, unfortunately, there was a huge gap between budget spending for families and minimum wage. So basically, the cost of living has outsourced the minimum wage in this country, and people do not have the spending money like they used to buy toys and nice things, and that's evident with everything we see today. Heck, there are massive amounts of small businesses and restaurants going into foreclosure, and unfortunately, a lot of them are claiming bankruptcy because they've been on leases or loans for their property, but can't even afford to pay what their lease out was to the bank. And that's because the financial stability in this country has gone out the window. This new administration took over and just increased the tariffs and the power cost of everything. And unfortunately, that took its toll on the average American family. So if it wasn't already bad 3 years ago, now it's absolutely horrible. Horrible. All these people can sit here and delude themselves all they want to that this country is not in an economical crisis right now, but it is. And that is choices of, well, hate to say it, but current administration. And they just continue to make these choices for you. So that new motorcycle you want, well, they've made it very difficult to be able to get those things. So you have a bunch of people now that the cost of living has become more than they're making, and so they have to budget everything, so they can't afford to buy a motorcycle and get a bank loan or a lease on a bike because it's not available to them. They don't have that type of funds coming in to be able to do those things. So, and it's only getting worse. It's not getting better. The motorcycle market has really declined horribly in the past 3 years because of these, financial instabilities in the country. So now you got all these bikes post-pandemic and pre-pandemic that unfortunately people just didn't buy at that time, and then coming right off of that, people didn't make more money coming off the pandemic thing, and so now you got all these bikes from 2021, 2022, 23, 24, 25, and 26 that are just sitting on lots, not selling. People cannot afford it, and they still want astronomical prices for these new bikes. It is becoming not affordable to purchase new motorcycles or cars for that matter. If you've looked into the auto industry at all, oh my goodness, oh my gosh, well, a new truck is $100,000. What is happening in this country? And the worst part about all of this is, and again, perspective, how you look at this is that when Trump's administration took over, we were at like, I want to say 19, no, it was under that. It was like $18.5 trillion in debt. Now we're like $36 trillion in debt, something like that. Like he came in and doubled the number. And I'm not saying that was all his fault, because I'm pretty sure Biden started that with the payouts and the financial get better after the pandemic thing. But unfortunately, he cleared a lot of those checks and everything went through. And then on top of that, he started building just craziness in this country. And unfortunately, now we've doubled our national debt. So it's like a ridiculously high number. It's like 36 or 39 trillion dollar debt right now, which unfortunately means that the inflation we're feeling right now hasn't even caught up to the national debt and how much it's gone up. So if you thought things are expensive now, they're about to get astronomically more expensive. We're going through power shortages, oil shortages, gas shortages. I mean, it is just becoming a crazy economical crisis in this country, and people are just acting blind to it. They're like, we'll pay all this as long as in the end it solves problems. What they don't realize is that this country is on a complete economical downward spiral, and every choice that they continue to disregard it and act blind to these things, it just gets worse. So you're giving all of the power to the 1%, and it clearly shows, and they're doing exactly what they want to do, which is, nickel and dime all of us to death until we have nothing. Make you a slave labor population. If you thought you were slave labor prior to this, oh my, yeah, it's only going to get worse, allowing 1% to hold the entire government at stake. So, and unfortunately, again, not to go too far off topic here, I digress. That's why. That's why the motorcycle market is failing in this country. People do not have the money to do this stuff anymore. I mean, it's a crisis. It is a financial crisis in this country that is happening. Families cannot afford to buy. I mean, you got to really be making some serious money. We live in a generation now, in a time, I'm sorry, we live in a time where, boomers and Gen X had money, and they still have money. And so they say things to the millennials, my group and era. I'm turning 39. They say things like, "Stop being lazy." It's like, dude, I'm working 4 jobs and still can barely keep my head above water. We're talking about Gen X and boomers who had 1 job, maybe 2 at most, to keep their head above and be able to own nice things and buy property and houses and have a retirement to fall back on and all that stuff. That's almost not available for millennials. We are having to work ridiculously hard to keep our head above the water, and even putting money away at this point is so difficult. We've got 3 generations now, and here's what's happening with all 3 of those. Gen X is pretty much phasing out. So now you got boomers, millennials, and Gen Z. So you got the boomers that are like, have money and are like, I should be able to retire. Everything's great. You got the millennials going, where'd the money go? And then you have Gen Z going, what is money? Because as soon as they get money, everything's so expensive, they spend it all. They have it. They don't have it anymore. They can't even put money away. It's like 3 different generations here, all clashing heads, but the end result here is that it's only happening because this country is in such a, dire strait of financial problems. And the only way it's going to get back better or improve is if our administration running the country decides to start making better decisions for us instead of tariffing everything and going to war with every other country and causing all of these, instabilities. The stock market's just volatile at this point. I mean, Bitcoin, it's like this whole thing has gotten completely out of financial control, and they're not doing anything to make it better for you or the American people or anybody else in any other country. So, unfortunately, like I said, as much as I don't want this to become about politics, like the main reason that this country is this bad is because of the choices the administration is making. All of you that have been sitting here going, man, I wish I could afford this motorcycle. You would have been 4 or 5 years ago. You could have. That would have been something that would have been available to you. The average person could have gone and leased a new bike, bought a new bike, or bought a used bike. But now you're spending $130 on your V8 truck every week to get back and forth to work, as opposed to, 35 or 45 bucks to fill the tank. That extra money you had to put away to buy things, to do this, to go out and enjoy yourself, go to a restaurant, so on and so forth. It's not available. Unless you're making killer money, for the majority of Americans, it's not going to be available. Middle class is hurting, low class is hurting, and the only people that aren't really feeling the effects of it at all or could care less because they're making money is 1%. The well-off people are doing great. The average people, us, we're not. I buy used bikes, and even the used bike market at this point is crazy. It's all over the map. It's weird. It is so weird. It's very hard to get my hands on bikes that are affordable now. It is what it is. I still get them, and I still work on them and try to create content for you guys. But overall, the real problem in why the motorcycle market is failing, and a lot of other things in this country, is financial instability. Families, unfortunately, the minimum wage is not high enough to pay for daily life. And so when that happens, you got to budget. And when you budget, unfortunately, that budget is felt across all the businesses in the country, because you're not going out as a consumer and spending that money and stimulating the economy because you're concerned about your own situation. You can't go out and do those things anymore. It's not available to you. And so that, unfortunately, rubs off on everything else you do. It's the same thing with the motorcycle market. So anyways, I hope this helps. Put your comment below. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on the failing motorcycle market, why we are where we are, and how we got here. And, hey, I'm always open for interpretation. I'm an open book. I try to listen and hear what everyone says and take it all in. So feel free to comment below and let me know your thoughts. I'd be more than interested to hear it. keep it respectful. I was respectful with you, keep it respectful with me. You get carried away in the comments, I'm just going to hide you from the channel. Doesn't matter what you say after that. The only person that's going to be able to see it is you. I will see it, the one comment, and after I hide you, whatever else you type, it'll still show it for you, but the rest of the world won't see it, so don't even waste your time. It's a waste of time. Again, stay respectful. I was respectful with you, stay respectful with me. I respect everyone's opinions and views, you know. These are mine. I've done a lot of studying to figure this out and make sure that my numbers are accurate, and I'm crunching things the best I can, and I decided to bring that information to you guys. So anyways, smash the like button, subscribe, show me some love, and I will see you guys in the next video. If you want me to cover a topic, just tell me what topic you want me to cover down below. Deuce.